SoFloRadio.com and SoFloTelevision.com.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to JJ and Sam in the morning. It's 34 minutes past your Monday morning on the 25th day of June. Obviously, the male voice is JJ, and the sexy voice belongs to our girl, Sam, who's in a little bit of a tizzy here this morning, but she's trying to...
I may have gotten it straightened out.
She's trying to make us not sound like...
Chipmunks. Although that could be a good thing at times.
Why is that?
Some people want to be. If we were in an animated film, it would go over great.
Yeah, but we're not an animated film.
Maybe we should become animated. You know, like instead of having actually see us, we'll just see characters. Little
characters.
So,
well.
I did something right. Or I don't know.
You do a lot of things right.
I don't know.
And occasionally you do something wrong. But to get back to what we were talking about, cops speeding around,
right.
you know, and the only way you get respect is give respect.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, but this is not just a police issue. It's a societal issue, again. Because if you go into any vocation in life, you will find the people that are honest and do their jobs the way they're supposed to be done and do respect it and respect their position. And you have others who are there not for the same reasons and are going to abuse or whatever positions. Because, and you know it. In every single profession. I mean, it's not, that's what I'm saying. It's, okay, the police got caught. Now they're going to deal with it. But every profession has it.
Okay, here. I'm going to relay a story. The patrolman's name will be completely non-existent, but he is a
cop in South Florida,
a Miami-Dade motorcycle cop.
You narrowed it down.
It's okay. How many damn cops do you think are Miami-Dade or on motorcycles?
They all know who it is now. They're saying, Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
Go ahead.
I'm sure they do. Well, if they do, all right.
All right.
Well,
I'll never talk to you again.
Well,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay too. His job and his job only is to give out traffic violations. He has to give out 29 to 30 traffic violations a day. Okay, so we were talking, and I said to him, "Yo, bro, when you roll up on a car or a truck or whatever, and you maybe run into a roach in an ashtray, I don't mean a cockroach, I mean a marijuana roach or whatever," and he said, "You know what? Our concern is that when speeding or went through a stop sign, we don't really care about that. We just care about getting 30 tickets. So don't tell me that these cops aren't on a mission to give you
There's
tickets."
a quota. Even though they deny it, there is a quota.
Right. So I said, he said, "Listen, I have seen small amounts of marijuana, and I didn't do anything."
You shouldn't. We can't.
God love you, cop. You're one of the good ones.
We're not saying because he's overlooking. We're saying we have to choose our fights.
Pick our battles.
Pick our battles, right. And what it costs to incarcerate someone is about, it depends on the state. But I think it's anywhere between $26,000 and $32,000 a year to incarcerate someone.
Depending on the state, like you said.
Right. And some states are wondering why they're paying. Michigan's very high, and they're wondering why are we paying so much per person when the neighboring state is paying only $26. I mean, people should be looking at that. What's the most efficient way? Because you're not on the Sandusky part yet, right? Because I'll go more into that in the whole.
We'll go into Sandusky
and jail, the prison thing. But
no, but I mean,
it's not just the cost of incarceration. It's the cost of court too, and the tie-up. And if you have more serious things, and believe me, this whole bath salt issue. I was talking to my sister the other day in Nashville, and I said something about bath salts. She said, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Patty, really? bath salts, it's sold as bath salts, but that's not its reason for being sold.
So
Its purpose is for kids to get, or people to get high off of, except they do horrific things. It messes
like
with the
become
brain.
cannibals.
Well, that's just the latest. There's a list, and I wish I had the list that Byron had given me of different instances. Byron is a prosecutor in Michigan who we worked with for 3 years, and this is how we learned all this stuff.
Crime Scene.
Yep, and the things that people do. People killing their own parents, dismembering people. This bath salts is bad stuff. K2 and K4 spice. These things are being made illegal, but every time they make it illegal, you have to list substances that make the thing illegal. Well, what they do, and actually one of the major news programs did it, the hidden camera stuff, went into one of these dealers and said, okay, I want to sell your product in my store. And he says, okay, we got this. And he goes, well, what if that becomes illegal? And he goes, oh, don't worry. We got something else already ready to go. And what it is, this stuff is all the experiments gone wrong. When they're trying to make drugs, it's the experiments gone wrong.
I remember.
What are we doing?
When I first met Eric Gunnels, he was our intern learning to do radio and TV. And also, he's one of the very first caregivers in the state of Michigan to be able to grow marijuana legally for his patients.
Right.
And we were talking to Byron, the prosecutor, and he was telling me about, what was it, spice?
Yeah.
The synthetic marijuana.
Yeah.
Well, I went into a head shop trying to find synthetic marijuana, which I found.
Yep. It was easy.
It was
right
easy
there.
to find.
It's right there. I mean, I watched somebody here, Sunrise and US 1, where it's that run, there's a store over there, and I stood behind a guy that bought it. But the guy, the store working behind the counter, was so involved with somebody on the phone. I'm 99% sure that this kid stole cigarettes because the guy was so busy with what he was doing. The kid pocketed the cigarettes.
Well, I remember Byron said to me, Byron Conchu,
but you can buy this stuff.
He said, what are you going to do with
I felt like saying, no, dude, don't do it.
I'm going to light this up and try it. And he said, what do you mean? I said, because this is...
No, you are never going to try. I know you...
I didn't. I wanted to see what it was. I mean, it's